Hey guys, Gary here. So today we're going to be talking about a topic I've been wanting to talk about for a little bit. Today we're talking about using your camera live view system for photography. There are a bunch of videos out there talking about how it's actually not a professional thing to do to be using live view in photography. Like I said before in my previous videos, I actually disagree with that. What we're going to be talking about today is my perspective as a wedding photographer and how live view actually is a big tool and a big asset to me in my career. So like I said, there's been a talk around YouTube talking about live view not being a professional thing to use and photographers being criticized for using it. A photographer should feel comfortable to use any tool because he's an artist, right? And anything that you can use in your bag of tools that you should be able to use in order to express your artistic view and the way you view the image in your head. So today I'm actually going to be giving you a couple of examples and some side views on how live view actually affects my job and my work, and how without live view I'd actually be unable to get certain shots, and that would actually hinder me in my creativity. So today we're going to give 3 examples. We're going to pull out 3 pictures I've taken in the weddings that I've shot, and we're going to be examining them, and they're specifically pictures that I used live view for. And you're going to see in a second how live view is very necessary to be able to achieve. So let's dive into this. The first picture we have here is a picture that I got of a groom. It's actually very nice. I really like it. It's I got this idea from one of the studios I was working with. This particular picture was shot in f11. So the reason I shot in f11 is because I know a lot of people like that bokeh look, that 1.4 or 1.8 look. That's cool. Bokeh is good. I don't think people understand that bokeh could be achieved even at f11. Not the same type of round circular bokeh, but bokeh can actually be achieved at extremely high stops. So in this particular picture, how live view actually helped me, and this is talking strictly from a creative standpoint. So this is a picture of the groom standing against the wall, and I got his reflection off the mirror. To get this shot, I actually had to take my camera and put it at chest level, and I had to bring the camera all the way against the wall. So the thing is that when you're shooting photos like this, to get a creative standpoint such as this, you actually have to take your camera and put it all the way against the wall. That's how you get those really nice leading lines from the molding of the mirror. So if you think about it, if I was to use the optical viewfinder, I would be taking this image with my face crushed against the mirror. And that would be, first of all, that looks weird and super unprofessional. You're just like standing there taking a picture with your face crushed against, against the molding, and it's weird, first of all. Second of all, I'm carrying gear on me throughout the day, so for me to bend down like that, I'm a tall guy. I'm 6'2", and to be able to take your camera and flip that LV button, that live view button, and to be able to take, your tilt screen, tilt it upward, put that camera against the molding and get a beautiful shot like this. So this is going actually back to the 780 having such an amazing eye focus system. You can see how sharp this image is. It came out so beautiful, and honestly, if one was to be shooting this on a D750, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people can vouch for me here that the D750, it would take at least the whole wedding day to get proper focus on this one image. So the way I achieve this image is actually put the camera, like I said, against the wall, and I just flipped over live view and I caught it. So that's one thing that I wouldn't be able to express my artistic ability if it were not for this feature of live view. So moving on to the next image. Our next image is actually table decor, and I think table decor is actually a perfect example. Table decor is something that you get. It's not so easy to get table decor because usually if you're the main photographer, you have to be focusing on the couple, specifically the bride, and usually you're just trying to stay next to her to get all the moments, but sometimes you do get 15 to 30 minutes to be able to get good table shots. So in this photo, if you see, I'm actually shooting at waist level, which is pretty low. So we went from the last picture being chest level, so this is already at waist level. So this is, another step down, and I could have taken the camera and just pointed down at, at the table, and it would come out pretty nice. The picture would come out great. But so the thing is, the weddings that I work in are actually for higher class clients, where I actually have to wear suit pants, suit jacket, and shirt depending on the studio, sometimes even a tie. Sometimes I have to wear a studio uniform. But wearing that, it becomes extremely uncomfortable to crouch over and to get a table shot, especially one like this. The reason I chose to shoot from a little bit lower down, from a little bit lower standpoint, is because if you could look at the chandeliers at the top, so the chandeliers have a very nice bokeh, and from this angle, you could actually get the image of the table, and you could actually get very nice bokeh from the chandeliers. Oh man, I'm looking at this image right now. I see that spoon. It's a little bit curved to the right. Oh man, it's making me cringe. I know I'm gonna get some comments for that, but it's all good, whatever. So yeah, this image was shot maybe f2.8. I want to say maybe f2.5 even. I wanted to get that depth of field, got that nice bokeh from the chandeliers. Looks very pretty. So how does live view tie into this? So the thing is, I would only be able to get this shot, like I said previously, I work for high scale events, so I would only be able to get the shot if I crouch down low, and you can't really crouch down low in front of, you know, a crowd of people sitting down trying to, you know, sit and eat with their family, and you're just bending over to get a shot. That maybe is a little bit weird. Maybe you guys will disagree with me saying like, oh, you're a photographer, it's totally okay for you, but it takes away also from the quality of the studio. They're going to see, oh, this studio doesn't act as refined, I guess, and, you know, that's not cool, and it's really not cool when a photographer just bends over for a picture. So what I did, you know, I wanted to get this artistic perspective, like I said, with the nice bokeh, so I flipped over live view, I turned on live view, and I was like, all right, let's do it, let's get the shot. So oriented my shot, I set the table nice, I got my shot, and like I said, nailed it. D780, focus on it is a monstrosity, and I love it. It's great. It hit it. You know, I think this is maybe the second shot I took. Maybe I took 5 shots, and 3 out of 5 came out great. I think I sent the studio maybe 3 samples of the shot. So yeah, that looks phenomenal. I love it. I think that looks great, and all with the help of live view. And you see, if I wouldn't have live view, I don't think it would be, you know, a shot that I could have gotten, you know, due to my situation. So that's another example. So lastly, at the end of the wedding, we like to actually take our couples out and do a post-wedding shoot, if that's, you know, included in the studio that I'm working for, or if I'm working for myself. So we take the client out and we make them feel good. You know, they ate, they danced, they feel great. They're a little bit tired, but they're more loose too, as you know, because in the morning, you know, when you're in front of a camera, in front of a video camera, you feel a little bit tense because it feels a little bit weird, you know, and you've never been photographed and, you know, documented to such an extent. But at the end of the night, you're feeling loose, you danced with your friends, you're feeling great. So at that point, you know, it's a great time to get, you know, post-wedding photos, post-wedding video, post-wedding photos. So if you could tell by this car, by the way, fun fact about that Rolls Royce in the background, the family that I was doing this wedding for, actually the uncle of the bride, I believe, spent $1,500 to rent that nice Rolls Royce for one day, and we got a lot of nice shots with it. And I honestly, personally, really love the car. If I was a millionaire, I would buy it. I wouldn't drive it because I wouldn't want to scratch it up. I would just keep it in my lot. I would just look at it, sit in it, maybe read a book in it. I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely a sweet, sweet car. Anyway, back to the back to the photo. So in this photo, you know, we got really low, so you could tell from the angle of the shot, you could tell by the way the angle of the car is. Usually you can tell by the angle of how the items around the people are. You can get a good perspective of how low someone is shooting. You could tell that I'm shooting pretty low. I'm actually shooting maybe at right at shin level. Actually, I would say right at shin level. At this point of the wedding, I'm super tired. I did dancing photos, and I'm not getting on my stomach at this point of the day to snap a picture through the OVF, okay? That's just not a thing that one should do, actually. Happens to be me as a person, throughout the day, to get a nice reaction from my bride and groom, I actually do get on the floor, get on the stomach, do wacky stuff. You know, it adds to the environment, which is a great thing. You always, you know, when you impress the client with how hard you work and, you know, being wacky and fun, you know, it just adds to their experience of to the day of their wedding. And that's a really beautiful thing to be able to give give a client. Gives more, you know, excitement, I guess. I would say that little spice on top, and it's good, you know, it's good for your company. That's actually another thing I actually don't see so many studios do, is add excitement. They just do their job and next day. And I totally understand that, because if you're shooting like 30 weddings a month, you're tired. You're not gonna, you know, try to make every customer happy, you know, with your presence. You're just trying to get your job done, go to sleep. But yeah, I try to add that little spice. So that's that. So right, again, in this example, chin level I'm shooting, I'm not turning on, I'm not going down on my stomach and, you know, getting on the optical viewfinder to get that shot. That's not gonna happen. So what did I do? I believe I shot this at f9, maybe f5, about f5, 5.6, I would say, to get that nice, you know, depth of field. Also, I add some atmospherical spray. So that was that. So basically, this proves that, you know, especially if you're a working professional, like I've heard people say, yeah, landscape photographers are the only people that use, you know, the live view. That's not true. You could clearly see, I gave you 3 examples of starting from chest height to waist height to shin height, that, you know, you need the live view capability to get creative shots, and that's a no-brainer, guys. Come on. Anybody that says that a person that uses live view is, you know, seeming unprofessional, that's not true. People watch like Peter McKinnon. I remember in his earlier videos, he was talking about using gaff tape as a mount. He would mount gaff tape to his shoe and, you know, use that. I think it's, I'm not trying to say he's amateur. I think it's more amateur to say that if someone gaff tapes a camera to their shoe than saying that if someone uses, you know, live view. I don't know, it's my personal opinion. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you have any questions for future videos, or if you disagreed with something I say, please leave a comment down below. And if you like this video and you would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe. So anyway, this is Gary. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for coming. Peace.